there?
The sun sets out across the skies. He loses his...
God save you. What can I do for you?
They say you're the best blacksmith in the whole region. That metal you've tempered never breaks.
Ah, nothing but old wives' tales. Of course some of my pieces have broken, but only ever here, at the smithy.
No one's ever returned anything for you to rework, though, have they?
Not that I recall, but I can't remember everything.
Father was a blacksmith all my life. He always stoked up the furnace till it roared gently, and you could smell the heated iron. Then he plunged it into the water, and that was that.
Fine words, and no mistake. I do it a little differently. I heat until the metal is 2-3 shades short of bright yellow. I ease up on the bellows, and after a Lord's Prayer and a Hail Mary, off it goes into the water.
It's strange to think that I'll never help him out with it again. Our forge will stay burned out forever, unless I go back to the trade myself.
It would be a shame not to, lad. Working iron is a worthwhile thing. Godly. It makes life easier for folk. And, let's be honest, you can make a decent living doing it.
Thank you. It was good to remember how my life used to be.
Maybe you'll have the good fortune to return to your trade.
I'd like to ask you about the tempering process.
And I'd say I've nothing much to tell you. You just need an eye for it and a furnace.
Let's stop talking about tempering. And when you quench, there's nothing special you do?
Well, that depends. I heat it up again after that, but not so it starts to glow. I just hold it like this at the edge of the furnace for a while and then quench it again.
You quench twice?
Yes, although there's less quenching needed the second time. It doesn't get quite so hot.
And how does that help?
I don't rightly know. I found out about it by chance. I got caught short, needed to piss so bad I left the rod resting by the furnace by mistake. That's how I found out if you quench twice, it doesn't break as easily. No idea why, but I've tried it enough times to know it works.
I'd like to discuss the...
Aye?
Agree?
That's not in... Aye, for that amount...
Isn't that...
What? Shit! Henry!
Henry! Here! Where's he going? Is he ignoring us? Henry! Here! Can't believe it. We've known each other all our life.
Jesus Christ, be...
Are there any problems?
Nothing I've heard about.
Can I sleep?
I suppose I could find... For how long?
How about if I...
No problem.
Agree?
That's a poor old... You'll like it here.
Where do I go to sleep?
On the upper floor of the inn. There's steps up to it outside. The second door.
Hey! He's here again!
Well, Henry!
I'm glad to see you.
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive!
Of course we're alive.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
Bollocks! Bloody joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rat-Eye that I got back in my right mind.
And I see you're not doing too badly for yourself. What are you up to?
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
No one's interested in two good carpenters in Sasau.
No one.
And we looked everywhere.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
Well, I can ask around, but I'm not promising anything.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa, but who knows where she is now? We got separated.
I owe my life to Teresa. She hauled me unconscious to the mill in Ratai and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work? What? What the hell are you doing?
For a job?
Jesus Christ be praised.
Do you want something?
I do. And you look like the kind of fellow who knows a thing or two and wouldn't mind a bit of work that's not entirely, well, honest.
What's it about?
I'm looking for someone who knows how to dip her pockets. For a reward, of course.
Well, then it's lucky for you that I happened along. Who do you want me to rob?
There's a farmer who lives in the craftsman's yard. He made a killing supplying vegetables to the monastery. I worked for him for a while, but then he threw me out without even paying me for my labour. I'd like you to steal the groschen he owes me. And also a pouch containing an amulet he got from the herb woman. He's as superstitious as an old crone, so when he realises he's lost it, he'll have a fit.
Sounds easy enough.
It ain't quite that easy, otherwise I'd handle it myself. That fucker don't trust no one, and he's always looking over his shoulder. If you manage to nick his pouch and his coin, you could keep the groschen as a reward.
Good day to you.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that. We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Wiesek, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find the Moldavite.
Why don't you just ask me? Of course I'll try to find the stone. Just tell me where the fellow was seen last.
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant, Martin Wiesek, was last seen riding alongside the Sassau River, passing by the footbridge over the ford, to the west of here. Evidently, he never made it to Sassau town.
Well, I'll look for him, but he could be far over the mountains by now. Or under the ground.
God save you. God be with you.
I'm looking for the
He's probably in his workshop in the monastery.
I'm looking for the master engraver. Do you know where I can find him?
He's probably in his workshop in the monastery courtyard.
Is there any work here
Are they locals?
from Skalitz?
Then no. I only take in people I know.
I'm looking for the master engraver. Do you know where...
He's probably in his workshop in the monastery courtyard.
Can I take a look inside the monastery?
What's got into you, boy? The grounds inside the monastery belong to the monks of the Order of Saint Benedict. No others shall pass. Hey, watch it! I'll remember you.
Just for a while.
Be off now, you don't belong here.
Hey! What is it you want here? Hey, what the... Clear off before I call a cat's pup. What's that? Is there something you need? Come now. Hey! Hey! What are you doing here? Clear off quick or I'll have you thrown out. Hey! Come now.
Lost something hereabouts?
Has something happened? What? What's that?
What the fuck?
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Any chance of some work?
Well, come to think, there is one rather delicate matter to attend to. A while ago, a holy man came by here. He said he'd come from the Holy Land, and he was selling various relics he'd collected on his travels to pay his way.
I see.
Well, I heard he had some fragments of a sacred sword that once belonged, but by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious wares, splinters from our Lord's cross.
And where did the pieces of the sword go?
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around at home for good luck. If I had them, can you even imagine what power it would command? If you could get me all the pieces...
Are you sure the Queen of Sheba's a Czech queen?
Who else would she be? Have you not heard of her?
Uh-huh. Isn't it a bit strange that some...
Are you suggesting you might have been lying? Well, people aren't to be trusted, but this is nothing to joke about.
What kind of power?
What do you think? It brought its bearer good luck in combat.
Where can I find...
Like I said, the smith hereabouts bought them from it. They say the largest piece is with the rat-eyed swordsmith. The bastard probably won't want to sell. But if you managed...
I could do with a sword like that. What if you sold it to me?
Well, everything has its price. But this one would be expensive. Getting hold of the bits is one thing.
Well, it does sound very...
Excellent. That's stolen. What are you trying on me? Get the hell out of here. Good day to you.
About that sword... Can we do something about... What about this?
Come now. See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
God bless.
Good health to you.
Are you in need of a helping hand, Master Butcher?
Helping hand? No. But I've got a problem with supplies.
I understand. The roads aren't safe these days.
No, that's not what I mean. Beef and pork, I can get plenty of. But the burgers here have a taste of aristocratic food. Maybe you can help me with that.
You want me to poach game?
Heaven forbid I would even suggest such a thing. No, you would have to get it by, other means.
I don't want to spoil your plans, but game doesn't grow on trees.
No, but if you happen to be walking in the woods and, you came across something, if you see what I mean.
All right. Let's say I'll take a walk in the woods and I'll come across something and bring it to you.
Excellent! I'm glad to see you speak my language. Get me a wild boar for now, so I see what you can do. And don't worry, you'll be well rewarded.
I know you. I know you from somewhere. Where do I know you from?
What?
Of course, my dream. You were in a boat made of bone,
and I put a crown of thorns on your head.
Would you teach me more about alchemy?
Certainly.
I'm interested in...
Wouldn't you rather learn...
Well,
let's talk about the price.
It'll take... I'm finished. This is going no... God save you.
Let's talk about the...
Aye?
Are we agreed?
You're a right hit.
About that...
I knew that dream. Yes, that dream has come true.
Oh, then I'm in luck.
On the contrary, What's your name? Henry. So, Henry, are you ready to become my apprentice?
First, tell me.
Me? I am an unworthy, low, and miserable servant of Providence, without home or ointments, relics.
What exactly does it entail?
A lot of work and strenuous labor, knowledge of medicine.
Nothing to it.
That's why God has sent you. Wonderful! Oh, glorious day! I have a successor in my work.
So, how do you plan to start training me?
With a test of your practice.
Oh.
I have my eye on 3 rare objects.
Go on.
First, I need a tooth of Saint Procopius. Then I'll need a branch from a topping out hung on a church. And finally, a talisman for luck from a passionate player.
Bloody hell, that's a lot. About that tooth, it's going to be slightly more complicated, isn't it?
I know. Yes, it would be very difficult to gain such a rare relic, of course. That's why I have an alternative solution.
I'm listening.
A layman named Procopius lives by the monastery, and it just so happens, thanks to my intricate medical knowledge...
How did you find out he has a sword?
As it happens, he told me at the...
And how am I supposed to get the tooth?
I haven't the faintest idea. You'll have to think of something. But maybe you'll be able...
Wouldn't that be swindling people?
It is, and it isn't. If I sell that tooth as the tooth of Saint Procopius, then it certainly is deceitful. But if I sell...
Does it really matter whose tooth I bring then?
Of course it does. The name Procopius in this holy land is shrouded with mystical power.
Fine.
Wonderful.
This topping out, what's that?
You're not a carpenter, it seems.
No, I'm a blacksmith.
I see. Well, Topping out is a decorated spruce or a conifer tree hung on top of the roof of a new house to bring good fortune and...
Well, then all we...
You don't understand, young man. The topping out was sanctified by a priest, and it hangs on the highest church...
Fair enough. That topping off is hung pretty...
Naturally. It hangs on the rooftop according...
And how am I supposed to get it down?
Damned if I know. But they had to get it up there somehow, didn't they?
Very well. This player's talisman. Where am I supposed to...
I actually have a specific one in mind. Here at the inn, there's a dice player.
A cat's paw? I thought players bring along a rabbit's paw for luck. Oh. How am I supposed...
I haven't a clue.
Very well. About that... Fine.
Wonderful.
I'll get looking for those things then.
Excellent. You do that, my journeyman. Good luck.
Will you teach me how...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone...
All right, but it'll...
Isn't that quite... Satisfied?
You won't convince me. Sorry, but I'm not going to...
Will you teach me how...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my...
All right, but it'll cost me.
Isn't that quite... What do you say to this?
You won't convince me. Sorry, but I'm not...
Will you teach me how...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone...
All right. Now. Good day, Henry. Yeah!
Jesus, not as shallow as it looks.
What's going on out there?